What it do, what it do? It's your boy About It Bobby, your new favorite fat getter redneck. Welcome to the shit show we like to call Broken Banner. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you can get notified when we do this shit. Let's get into it.
Bitch, I'm about it, I'm Bobby, no, I'm about it on my mama, I'm on go. Country grandma, I'm in hammer, pop that work up on that stove. I've been 10 toes in the...
There's fraud afoot in Minnesota. I don't think you need to be much of a detective to know that Tim Waltz should go to jail. Tampon Tim. Shout out that boy Nick Shirley for what he does, uncovering all this mess that's going on in Minnesota that a lot of people, I feel like the taxpayers of Minnesota, should be like, hey, cuz, what's going on? Hey, Nick, come to Michigan. Ask Gretchen Whitmer why we can't fix these and my county legislators, why we can't fix these fuck-ass dirt roads, man. Where my tax money going? That's all I'm saying. Fuck these fuck-ass dirt roads. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Minnesota fraud. Shout out Nick Shirley.
Fiscal year 2025, this facility, which shows its license for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door. I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there. What's
How
happened?
many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well then you're not of any help.
Can I check out daycare center?
No! You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Why you got to you're a daycare dog. He said he wants to put his son Joey in. Can you tell me about the daycare? Give me a pamphlet, anything. Then goes on to say, hey, I'm scared of you because you white. What? Dog, you run a daycare where Minnesota has white people. What are you on about? Look, dog, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, any blind person can see there's fraud afoot. You don't need the best detective in the world, Sherlock Holmes or Batman, to come out there and say, hey, your tax money is getting took by the Somalis and they ain't doing what they said they're doing with it. Hey, Tim Waltz should go to jail. Either way, let's look at some more mess.
Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Learning Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million over
Don't
the
open up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know
You're
where the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9
Shame
million
on you. It's
going
ice.
illegally,
Don't open up!
fraudulently to this business that has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up!
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are, you don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ice!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare
Minnesota
center.
says 99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're gonna educate you on something. So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelled learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None, not at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know, where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that here.
seen a child here.
No, not at all.
And so you've
Many
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years?
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving
Disgusting.
$1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's, if they get caught for that, it's a federal offense. I know. I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? What the heck yeah.
You mean to tell me that there's a quality learning center, aka supposed to be learning, that has no kids and there's not fraud afoot, but they receive 1.9 million with no kids there and 1.5 million. Dog, Minnesota, what are you doing? Shout out to the dude though with the common sense that said he studied law. I don't know why people feel the need to do that. But yeah, he said, and then said, well, Tim Walz is the reason that this is happening. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Tim Walz and other Democratic legislators that you dum-dums voted in, they're the reason. They don't check shit. They just pass your money out. Either way, I'm not going to put my child in a quality learning center. I don't even know what, dog, you can't even spell learning right. I wouldn't have put that sign up. What? And that's how you could tell they just don't give a shit. They said, look, I don't give a shit. I'm going to just steal tax money and I'm going to put this learning sign up. If people can't understand it, we ain't going to have no kids here no way. Screw it. Either way, let's take a look at some more BS.
Million by the state of Minnesota.
And this is the building right here. So this building alone made $2.6 million. Let's see if anybody's inside. Now we're inside of the building where there's apparently 4 child care centers. We met this lady and we followed her to the back of the building where the daycare was supposedly at. So right here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child Care Center and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, 2.66 million. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you recording?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? Why is it?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have 102 children here in your child care.
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Do you know where the children are at? Where are the children at in these daycare centers?
I don't care.
How come these child care centers have no children?
I don't know. No.
There's $2.6 million inside these businesses that were given by the government, but there's no children to be seen anywhere. People deserve to know where their taxes are going. If these companies and these daycare centers are making upwards of $2.6 million and there's no children to be seen anywhere, something fraudulent is happening. And that is not make you racist, Islamophobic. This is just the truth of what's happening here in Minnesota. If there's a bunch of white people doing the same thing, we'd be talking about the same issue. This is just fraud at unprecedented levels here inside of Minnesota. It's actually very concerning. Where are the children at inside of these buildings? They're nowhere to be seen. Millions of dollars are being sent into these daycare centers all across Minnesota, and there's not a child to be seen anywhere. Here's another daycare center inside this same building.
We don't want you to be videotaping anything.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir,
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask the local government, yeah.
Oh, we've asked. We have the paper here. So we're wondering where the money and where the children are at. We have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me, period.
Can we talk
you
outside?
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't either have. She doesn't have permission to record me.
No, you cannot stop people on the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
Where are the children?
You ain't got nothing to do with it. Woo! Woo! You're at the place that runs the business that says, "Hey, there's kids here," and then the one chick that walked through is like, "I don't know, I don't care." Hey, dog, Minnesota, what you got going on? Where's your tax money going? I think you need to care, because again, like Nick said, and I love that he said it, because a lot Democrats, you love patting people's pockets, my guy. When it comes to Republicans, you love patting those pockets, just like you ran on Trump didn't pay taxes. These people don't pay taxes. You love patting those pockets of those Republicans or conservatives who are rich. But yet, when it comes to, hey, these guys are stealing tax money, we can't pat their pockets. Leave them alone. They vote for us. Leave them alone. The hypocrisy is real. And, you know, ultimately, shout out Greg Foreman. If you don't know who he is Black Conservative Perspective. You should check his YouTube out. I watch it all the time. Love the guy. I don't see how, I don't care what race, ethnicity you are. If I'm paying for something and I say, hey, I want it to go here, and you're telling me it's going here, and I agree with this thing, and yet someone who says, hey, I'm doing said action isn't doing the thing that you said, where's the money going? Where's it going? What'd you do with it? Tim Walz, the other Democrats don't care. I think it's time for people to wake up. And because again, what we're going to see at the end here is a passing of the buck. It's always the Republicans, right? It's always the Republicans who care about big corporations, businesses, not the small guy. But since Republicans have control of the House and Senate now, the buck is being passed for the buck's being passed to them to say, "Ooh, you guys." Wait, dog, this just happened. You guys have been in control for a long time, and what's going on here? This isn't the first blue state to get caught for corruption. Plenty of mayors. I mean, just look at Illinois. Plenty of mayors, governors, and all kinds of things from blue states have been caught now because, again, Republicans control the House and the Senate, and people are tired of it, have been getting caught for fraud. Like, where's my money going, dog? Who are you giving my money to? Anyway, let's look at, again, the passing of the buck, as most Democrats do, when it comes to, hey, answer these questions. What's going on?
We headed to the state capitol where they're having a meeting about the fraud to confront the state representatives and people in the government who have enabled and let this fraud happen. Inside of this committee, a Republican representative showed charts showing exactly how this fraud has been committed and who is profiting and connecting all the dots. And while the Democrat representatives looked into the abyss, one of them spoke about how none of this is building trust and how this is a nonpartisan issue, so I went and confronted her after that.
Yes, but
He has some very valid questions to ask about what's going on here in Minnesota. And do you think this fraud
I don't know who
crosses?
you are.
My name is Nick Shirley. Do you think this fraud is Republican or Democrat, or just facts that fraud is happening?
I think the fact that
Because
you're talking about it as a partisan issue.
well, because that's what I heard you talking about.
I know what I said is that
because
what we're talking
we
about
want
is
to build trust, but fraud is fraud. So why should we be enabling fraud to happen here?
No, I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
Okay, sir.
No. This
Sir,
is not.
sir.
When are you going to hold Governor Walz? No. She is a representative for the state of Minnesota. Yes or no?
Excuse me?
Yes. Are you?
If you're going to talk to me like
are
that.
you going to say to her, I'm a disability advocate?
I heard you, and you got a chance
overstimulated.
to testify.
Thank you for testifying today.
No.
Ma'am, the facts are the facts that fraud is happening here, and it's not a nonpartisan issue. How come you think fraud has been able to happen so much underneath?
I think
the
if you've
government
been
here?
listening to our hearings, we've had now 10 hearings on this. And so there's really good data from the people who both work within the administration as well as who, both Democrat and Republicans. I think what you heard today is that the Republicans who control this committee are not actually interested in solving fraud. What they're interested in is telling a story.
This fraud has happened underneath Democrat leader Tim Walz.
There has been Medicaid fraud across the country under Democrats and Republicans. There's fraud within the Trump administration. We have is fraud. Private providers have made government a mark. And so every person running government, Democrats or Republicans, are dealing with the issue of how to keep fraudsters out of our public payment. We're also dealing with veterans. We're dealing with consumers. I hope you're looking at that. If you look at United Health, currently is being charged with defrauding Medicare. You know who runs Medicare? President Trump. Medicaid fraud is a 50-state issue. And so, again, it is not a partisan issue. There are Democrats and Republicans who are sitting in that committee talking about it. But what you did here was the Republican chair say she's not turning information over to the one person in government who can stop payment. And I hope you print that.
Thank you for coming today.
Okay.
Crazy.
So as we see another passing of the buck talking about what will Medicaid, he just got in there, dog, and trying to do reform and ultimately uncovering fraud that Democratic legislators, if you look, hey, give us the data. States won't give the data. No, it's personal privacy. But when the IRS comes in and says, hey, not, I want to know your personal finances. That's not personal. That's so different. That's not the same principle being applied here, right? Personal privacy doesn't matter. Unless it comes to Medicaid, I guess. Maybe they don't want people to see, hey, Medicaid dollars are going to illegals, like most people say, oh, it's not true. The Democrats say it's not true. Or yeah, I think the person at the end there was because I'm looking at their representatives now. I think it was Emma Greenman, one of the Democrats, that ultimately tried to pass the buck and say, yeah, it was Trump's fault. It's Republican and it's a nonpartisan issue. If it's a nonpartisan issue, why isn't it being addressed? Why aren't you Democrats saying, bad Tim Walz? Why'd you let it get this far, my guy? Why didn't you stop it? This, that, and the other. Why didn't you guys stop it? Like, we didn't know what was going on. Look, man, and look, I agree with her in a sense where, yes, Republicans in Minnesota do share the blame for not blowing this out the water. I don't know what else to say here other than, hey, you guys are in the hot seat because you haven't been saying anything. The whole state of Minnesota, Democrat or Republican, you ain't said nothing and you just been letting it. I think Minnesota should be mad at each one of the legislators and people passing out money. That's just my opinion on it. Now, to what I've seen, I haven't seen any Minnesota Republican legislators blow this out the water. Let me say it like that. But either way, yeah, both sides should be held accountable. But Tim Walz mostly. I think he should go to prison. How could you let it get this far and waste people's money? Again, I think people should think about it in a way like, hey, if I don't pay my taxes, the federal government comes in and says, hey, either you go on this payment plan or wait, Wesley snipe your ass and go to prison. Tax evasion. I don't see how that's a hard concept to like think of where people are held accountable when they don't do certain actions. Shout out Greg Foreman for being the man he is, because honestly, I watched his video where he was commenting on the Nick Shirley thing, and I agree with him in a lot of things he said. I do think we should point out more, He might not agree with me. I think we should point out more all of the legislators there, even the Republican ones, because again, to what I've seen, I haven't seen any Republicans call out the fraud that's going on. But we all know government, not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but again, Republicans aren't all honey buns, sunshine, and rainbows. There are a lot of Republicans, Rand Paul can't stand. And Mike Johnson don't agree with him a lot of the times. And, John Thune. There's a lot of people I don't agree with. But at the end of the day, that's what we got. People voted them in. If there's fraud afoot, maybe you should be your everyday great detective like Sherlock Holmes and Batman and go to your state legislators and be like, hey, cuz, what's going on? So shout out Nick Shirley again for doing that. But come to Michigan, dog. Ask them, hey, what's going on here? Please, Gretchen Whitmer, if you haven't seen the Caleb Hammer interview about the budget, you should go watch it. Love it. Shout out Caleb Hammer also. Anyway, see you on the next one. Peace.
Bitch, I'm Bobby. I'm Bobby, no, I'm about it on my mama, I'm on go. Country grandma, I'm in hammer, pop and work up on that stove. I've been 10 toes